welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm bringing you another hair tutorial, I guess, if you will. We'll see how this turns out. Backstory of why I'm doing this. You already know what the video is about because you read the title. I really want bangs again. I did a video several months back, I think it was like last summer, where I cut my own bangs myself, and I loved having bangs in the initial beginning. I really liked the look. I thought it was a good, nice change, made me look like a little bit edgier. But then the reality is that during the summer I sweat and my bangs look horrid because my forehead sweats, they stick to my forehead, and most of the time I was just pulling them back anyway, and it's really hard to style bangs in the hot months because they just don't look good plastered to your forehead. And I also had issues with getting my bangs to sit right because they would want to part naturally in my natural part, like down the middle, so it wouldn't exactly look like a full across bang because they naturally wanted to separate. And I also had to straighten them all the time because I have naturally curly hair, and I'd have to make sure they're really straight each time I styled them, and then when I'd wake up they'd be like just not looking good. There was no way when I had bangs to just roll out of bed and have a good hair day. Like, it took time to get those bangs to look manageable. But lately I've been wanting bangs again because I was looking at pictures and I was like, oh, I kind of like that look. I kind of want to go back to it, and I was thinking about cutting my bangs again, and I was like, you know what? We're not gonna do that. We shouldn't do that because while I loved it initially, I did eventually kind of regret it. While I like the look, it is a lot of upkeep. So that is why we are here today. I started thinking, how can I have bangs without the commitment? And I was like, well, there are hair extensions. Maybe there are bang extensions. And lo and behold, there are. So the one I found is actually from Amazon, and I did quite an extensive search online to find the type of bang I was looking for. I know Ulta had some and some other online websites, but it just didn't look like the type of bang I was going for like a reasonable price. So I got my bangs in the mail. These cost $13. The price was around $10 for each color. Some of them varied. They had a few different shades, like if you have platinum blonde hair, black hair, brown hair. They had the most for brown hair. However, they all kind of looked similar. They all looked like they were dark brown on the Amazon listing. And I have like medium brown hair at my roots. So if you have light brown hair or like dark, like dirty blonde, it's kind of hard to find an option. I actually purchased another one and returned it because in the picture, it looked like it was supposed to be a lighter brown and in the description, and then it ended up looking darker than the one I had already purchased before, so we're just gonna make this work. So what I'm going to be doing today is trying these out. I haven't actually put them on yet at all. I haven't tested it out. But I'm going to be doing different things to them to see if I can make it look good, if I can make it look real. As I was looking at the pictures from the Amazon reviews, some people, it looked pretty plain and obvious that it was very fake and like it just wasn't my style for what I'm looking for. And then some people, they did make it look good, but they had to like put it with a headband or something. So I want to find a way to make this look like it's actually growing from my head. So it comes in this little hairnet thing to keep it down. The Amazon listing said it was real human hair, so I don't know if I believe that, and if that is true, I'm quite concerned. A lot of stuff coming from Amazon is not the most ethical. I'm trying to get some better lighting so you can see that this is like more warm toned than my hair. My hair is like a cool toned medium brown. If this is on my head, it's not gonna look real. However, since my hair is pink right now, I thought I would use the X Mondo color on this to give it that pink tint so it'll blend better into my hair. The hair feels really soft. It has like the bangs and then some pieces down here. So it has like a little comb that you put in. So you would like comb it back into your hair and have it sit there. This is what it looks like. If the hair is separated, you can kind of see the thing underneath, but it's not super obvious. So I'm just gonna put it in my hair and see how it looks without me doing anything to it. I feel like I should have a middle part for this. Okay, I tried to part my hair down the middle, and I don't know exactly how far back I should put this. Let's see. I'm gonna go put it in a mirror and then I'll show you. Okay. Okay, so out of the box, it doesn't it doesn't look great. You can definitely tell how fake it looks. Oh, I think I didn't put it far enough back. It's poking me in the eyes. Okay, so I tried to put it back in a little bit further back. So like from afar, it looks pretty good. But up close and personal, it's a little bit easier to tell. It's definitely a lot easier to tell because it goes all the way back here. I wish it was like a little bit shorter so that it didn't look like the bangs started this far back, because I feel like that's just not naturally where bangs start. Off the bat, not bad, not as bad as I was fearing. And this is without any styling, any pinning, any dyeing. So I'm gonna take you along the process to try and get these to look real so I can actually wear these in real life, not just for a video, and make it look like it's not entirely fake. Like I'm okay if it looks like extensions, but if it just looks like I have a toupee on my forehead, that's not the look. This is gonna be a fun video. So I'm gonna take you along with the process. First thing we're gonna do is gonna try to dye this so it's pink toned and closer to my hair, because right now it's just, if you look at the two browns, it's obvious. So here we have the bangs. Gonna just give them a little bit of a combing. And take a little brush, some of the dye, and just put that all over. I'm gonna put it on all parts of it. Make sure I just got every little one in there. It's chunkier up here at the top, so I wanna make sure I get all those strands. Comb through it. I'm kind of putting a lot of the dye on. I wouldn't put normally this much on my natural hair, but I just really want to change the tone of this and make sure I can get it to match up. There we have it. So I'm gonna let this sit for, it says 20 minutes on the bottle, but I might actually let it sit for longer. So we might leave it for like 40 minutes. I have the hairpiece, it's still wet. I'm gonna let it air dry. I don't know about using a hair dryer on this. So wet hair does look darker naturally, but it does have a pink hue. So I'm hoping that once it's in my hair, it doesn't look, like this. I'm hoping it really is able to blend in a little bit. If I need to, I'll resort to the headband type thing, or I don't know, figure something else out. But this hair, I have to say, is really soft. Like my hair has never been this soft. Like when I feel this and then I feel this, it's like, ooh. All right, I'm gonna let this dry, and ooh, it smells good. Anyway, I will get back to you when this is dry and we're gonna try and style it. Okay, so where I previously left the video, I was putting the super pink from X Mondo Colors on my bangs, the fake bangs, and I thought it would bring it a lot closer to what my hair color is now. That was a few days ago, actually. But since I used the super pink on my hair, I was thinking since the brown didn't totally match up with my natural hair color, if I put the pink on it, maybe it would look a lot better. And I was very wrong. Here what the bangs look like now, it doesn't look like the super pink was used on it. Honestly, it looks like it pulled a very, very red. It's almost like a Dr. Pepper color. It's like a reddish burgundy brown, and like it both does not match my natural hair color or the pink whatsoever. So I actually made it worse. Like I think it looked better with the brown color it was, because like at least it looked like brown, but like this is so different. So I may have completely messed this up, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to soak this in some shampoo and water for a little while and see if I can get some of that dye out, and then I'll condition it and just see if I can get it as much back to the brown color that I can, because at least that looked closer. Like if I were to wear this in my hair, it looks super obvious. So I'm not giving up. We're gonna try it. I'll let it soak for a while and hope that looks less red. Okay, so I have the bangs after I let them soak for about an hour in shampoo, and in the glass that I had them sitting in, the water was like bright pink, so it did take out a lot of dye. However, it still looks very close to the color it was before. I don't know how, because as I was washing it with the shampoo and as I soaked it, it looked like a lot of dye was coming out, but I feel like it still looks exactly how it was before. I did condition it as well, so it's definitely still looking pretty off, but I might just put it in my hair and style it and see what I can do to make it look good. So what I'm actually going to do is give myself as close to a middle part as I can. I'm gonna take these little bobby pins and try and just pin my current bangs that are growing out down. I'm gonna take this and just try to comb it back into my hair where it would naturally fall. So like maybe here, and then I'm just gonna take it, try and get it on both sides of my part and just comb it back until it feels like it's stable. Maybe I'm actually gonna take these bobby pins out because I think it's getting in the way. Okay, I had to step away from and look in a better mirror. And I have my hair straightener at a lower setting than I usually do. For my natural hair, I do 370. For this, I'm putting it to 330. I don't know how high of heat it should have, but... Okay, so I got them to sit in my hair. The clip actually is like bendy. If you want to put it in your hair, clip it up, and then when you want to set it down, you clip it down like a barrette. I think like from afar, it doesn't look bad, but up close, you can see my natural hair peeking through the bangs. I'm having a real hard time trying to camouflage my hair that is the bang growing out because it doesn't just like sit behind my ear easily. So I'm gonna try some more things to see if I can get it to look good. I understand why everyone was wearing a headband if it looked good in the picture, because with this hair color difference, there's no way I can get away with it out covering up the line between the hairs. Okay, so I put in a hairband first to pull everything back, and then I slipped it underneath the headband and clipped it in, and I think it looks better, but it still doesn't look good enough for me to be able to leave the house. I'm finding this to be a lot harder than I thought it would be. I feel like the main issue is there just isn't enough hair in the bang to cover up my natural hair because you can see everything peeking through. Okay, so last night I used this blue no orange hair mask on the bangs. I wanted to see if it could take out any of the orange red tones and maybe make it a little bit more cooler tone. I'm not quite sure if it did anything. If it did, it's very little. So I've been trying to work with these bangs in lots of different ways, and I think one of the issues I'm having is that the hair is just too long for where my hairline starts. So if I put it like right where my hairline is, it blends into the hair a lot easier. If I put it back further to make sure that the bangs line up with where I would want them to be, then it just sits on my natural hair and it looks super, super off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clip these in to my natural hairline and I'm going to trim these. Okay, so this is what the bangs look like after I cut them. I don't think I did the best job cutting even, but I think they definitely look better compared to when I had it pulled back here, and definitely the length from when I would put it on my natural hairline. I feel like if this matched my hair color, I could get away with this, but obviously it is very, very different. Zoom it in so you can get a better idea, a better picture. So I feel like if these hairs weren't so different in shade, you wouldn't be able to tell as much, especially since like my natural hair is coming down underneath where like this long piece hangs down. And since those are different colors, it looks a lot more obvious. But if they were the same color, I feel like that would actually help camouflage it. Okay, so I cut them up a little bit more. I don't know if I made it better or worse. It's a little nerve-wracking cutting them because if it's my own hair, I can think like, oh, it'll grow back. But since this isn't my hair, it's not doing any more growing. I'm not sure how it would go if I wanted to like bleach this hair. So that is something I could try out if they already have a listing on Amazon that matches your hair color or is at least a little bit more similar. I think you're already way steps ahead. Unless you have a hairline that's set back a little bit further, I think you will have to cut these to match your hairline and your forehead and where you want them to lay. And styling them with a hair straightener or curler also helps. Where I am at this point is I might try to lighten them a little bit. I might wait till I can get all of the pink out and then try and lighten it a little bit so I can then dye it to a cool toned brown. Because as I'm wearing it, like I do miss wearing or having bangs. I think that if I really wanted bangs, I could always wear it with a hat like this where the majority of my hair is covered. You can't exactly tell that this hair doesn't match my roots. It does still look like a different shade, but I think if a lot of my hair is covered, that it'll be less noticeable. Also gonna try a hairband. I mean, I originally didn't want to wear a headband with it, but it's not so bad. You obviously can see that it still doesn't match my hair, but at least it looks a little more covered up, I guess, so it's not just like a stark line. I also went online and tried to find a color that better matched my natural hair color, but all of the brown shades, brunette shades on Amazon were warmer and darker. So unless I like get a blonde one and then dye it from there, I don't know if I will be able to get one that matches my natural hair color without altering it in some way. So I believe that is all I'm going to put in this video. I think if I try and show the lightening process of the bangs, it'll just be way too long. So if you're watching this, I hope I gave you some ideas on ways to make the bangs look more blended into your natural hair color. If you can find one that's closer to your hair color, I think that this is well worth the price if you don't want to take the risk of actually cutting your bangs, but you like the look of bangs, or like maybe you want to test it out with this to see if you can go full-on fledged cutting your hair. I'll leave a link to the Amazon listing that I got these from down below, but there are lots of different options. If you just search air bangs on Amazon, there are a lot of different options that come up with prices that range. I saw some for as cheap as like $6 and then some up to like $20, $30. But thank you so much for watching this video. I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share, do all of the stuff. Let me know what other videos you might want to see. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.